Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu Shadowrun Hongkong. Und dann heißt es wohl, ja, wir müssen hier weg. Ja, na, raus hier. Pack up and head out. The plastic faced man must survive. I'm saved. Hm. Hm. Treppe hoch, Treppe hoch. Was brüllt hier denn so? Plötzlich so random aus dem Nichts brüllen. Ach scheiße, ich hab ihn gar nicht dabei. Code, was war der Code? Mission Items, Code 112, 712, 7, 8, nee, war's nicht. Zahlendreher. Na dann Laus da. Plastikfresse. A custom made mid-range. Bring dich bloß nicht selber um, Kollege. Autsch. Och nö. Pissköppe. Pissköppe im Anmarsch. Aua. Area sichern. Autsch. Autschen. So, da müssen die jetzt erstmal durch. Nice. Toko einmal hochbekommen mit nur einem Damage. So, schieß den. Wunde 1. Oh. Vielleicht macht... Ist der ja treffsicher? Ja, scheint zumindest so. Gobbet, kannst du mich nochmal speeden? Nein. Nebel die mal dicht ein. Reload. Confirm. Nice. Der Granatenschmeißer ist doch irgendwie doch praktisch. Reload. Confirm. Mist. Autsch. The neural inhibitor device seems to be working. Let's get this guy to a secure location and get some answers out of him. I'll calm the crew and have them meet us. I'm gonna enjoy this. The crew is silent as you lead your captive to the rooftop. Rendezvous you designed before the run. Just as you planned, you find the others waiting there for you. Lee-Teilung artificial features are molded into an expression of aloof and intellect and mugging rigidity. The plastic that makes up his face is so soft, flexing with the motion of his underlying musculature, overlapping waves of silver and bronze, buried inside the material can catch the light as he moves. It's the work of a master craftsman. Cyberware as a form of modern art, likely commissioned at modern art prices and Austrian displayed of status and wealth. The plastic-faced man examines the zip ties that bind his wrist with an expression of detached amusement. Isabel runs a long cable from her PDA to the jack in the back of his head and nods at you. Well, this is interesting, I must say, he chuckled in an odd hollow sound. I don't recall ever having been in this situation before. Usually I simply awake and find myself in a strange new environment, wondering what happened. Not this time, Mr. Lee. You know my name too. Very impressive. He surveys your crew with the detached interview. Looking at the lot of you, I think it's safe to assume that a violent extraction of information is the next order of business. Or you can bank on that asshole, who focuses his attention on the plastic-faced man's kneecaps. So you chose to grab me in an intimidate moment. I suppose that's a wise, only moderate distance, but the girl paid for it, didn't she? Clearly the preservation of meta-human life isn't a high priority for you. We have a problem. Dreamland's neural inhibitor software isn't acting with this girl's cortical implant the same way it worked with her own. It's only going to slow the memory wipe process. How long do I have? Don't know, we are talking about software. I didn't write interacting with two different pieces of hardware I've never seen before. We are lucky to its work at all. I try and key in some buffering tunes or something to slow as much as I can, but my confidence is low. This girl's memory is going to get wiped one way or another. I'd start asking questions. Tense, very tense. I guess answer your questions very slow. Lee's finger break with a loud snap. His face remains ragged and expressionless. To his body tense and breathing hitches for a moment. Beyond that, he makes no sound. That was extreme. There was no need for that. I was joking. Of course, I'm going to give you what you want, Arthur. This can be a dangerous profession. I have no intention to absorbing pain for a client if it can be avoided. Ask your question. I answer them as efficiently as I can. When we are done, I shake hands with a stranger and walk away, wondering what just happened. Why is Josephine Chang trying to kill us? She believes you are here to destroy one of her special project. Prosperity? Yes, autotechnique, it's more than one prosperity. Prosperity Tower is Chang's Mechanical Engineering Corporate headquarters. Prosperity is also one of Josephine Chang's pet projects. Which one do you want to know about first? Tick tock. I want to hear about the Prosperity project. Well, that's going to change. You see, the Prosperity project is Joe Chang's best kept a secret. And the best way to keep secrets is to not tell anyone, even someone whose memory can be wiped. I know that Prosperity project built deep inside Kunlun Wells. That is some kind of experiment that his son worked on. Edward Chang, no white, Raymond Black, my father. Hey, Mr. Plastic. Maybe you could settle a bet between me and my brother. Who puts his face close to his webbing following the white plastic. No, I think Raymond is still alive, but my brother isn't here isn't so sure. Which is it, buddy? Black, dead or alive? I got 20 new in on this. Guys, I thought the spell just pop out. It isn't moving yet, but you know, when it might take a jump, it's stuck at the zero right now, but the person is starting in distance seconds. Here, give me that. I show you something. Just I calculate you're running out of time and holding the guns. If information you want bidding if it is. You won't kill me when it's over. Okay, go on. It is him. Your record pops onto the small recommend, possibly in its 70s. The high-tech chair connected to an instrument. The recording is from the first-person perspective, presuming the height. That's from when I brought him there at your father to prostrate the tower. Talk your phone between us on the dogs. The video continues and confident voice can be heard. You can't make out what she says. The point of view turns to the right and graceful woman on intimidated age steps into view. She's clearly advanced in a year, but access to an nurturing dad and cutting-edge pharmaceutics afford her the vitals of someone much younger. She speaks directly to the camera, her tone is hard. I want you to be gentle with him, Mr. Lee. She looks over at the old man with genuine concern. He looks at someone teased. I assure you, Mr. Chung was gentle. He worked on after tears under his own power. I have some water, mother? My throat feels like it's on fire. Yes, of course, Edward. I have someone bring you some ice chips. The plastic-faced man speaks again. His voice. Your son has apparently been through some sort of ordeal. He has spent immense time. He's been mumbling about something prosperity, I think. Yes, well, that won't be happening. The woman addressed her son, speaking a bit too loud, as if it's hard of hearing. We won't be stopping prosperity, Edward. I want you to get out of your mind. Do you understand? I understand perfectly well, mother. There's no need to shout. But I want to give out. Prosperity must be stopped. All this poor people. I know, Edward. I know. These poor people. I've done a lot of good to make up for it since you left. Shelters, hospital, all sorts of good work. And now it's time to do something for you. Something you should have done for a long time, perhaps. From the left side of the screen, a man enters with a white glove cup. The woman looks up and nods until the lab coat man placed a chrome apparatus on the old man's side. What is this, Mama? What are you doing to me? I'm fixing you. She walks up close to the old man, strokes his head tenderly, leans forward to... All you can see is failure. You aren't capable to seeing the good in what you have done. The man in the white lab coat presses a button. Raymond's hair and the robotic arm swings. Cobalt blue light springs from its tip and the arm quickly commands. The old man self-batting its auxiliary in blue, a high-definition three-dimensional image of Raymond's brain appears on the wall behind. I've been inspired, Mr. Lee here. We're going to do something editing of your memories. I believe of your burn. No, Mama, I will... Mama, wait, I figured out what to do. In 10 years slips. Your payment will be according to your agreement. She turns away her voice, and once the rest of them are dead. The video and the plastic magnets. I take a big rift showing you that. Don't give a rat the eyes. You see, I know it. I told you. Raymond's left. Sam hold him at Prosperity Tower. He may be alive, but it looks like his mom gonna erase part of his memory, just like Johnny Plastic here. She's gonna try to fix him. What kind of mother will do that? Something catches their eyes and they're like, shit. What that's... He's swiping. Oh, hello. Well, isn't this awkward? What do you want to do with this? He's got no man safe to let him. But Auntie said we should take a dirt nap. All the same to me. And him. Auntie wants, Auntie gets. What he gave us, we asked for more. Seen our faces, but I have nothing to connect with him with. If it's all the same with you, I prefer to just like a no loose end and him gone show. My pleasure. Boom bada boom boom boom. No mercy. Er arbeitet halt für die falsche Person, das ist sein Problem. Na gut. Mal zurück nach hier. Confirm. Dann würde ich mal sagen... Oh, the trip from Shek keep my back to Hero is quite as you process the information we are held by the plastic festman. Prosperity is a name, two names actually. One is the secret project Raymond was working on before he left for Seattle. The other is the corporate headquarters of Chang Medical Survey. And Prosperity Towers where Raymond Black is alive. It's also where his memory is in the process of being reprogrammed by his mother, and time is ticking. The plastic faced man proved surprisingly able to find you before you killed him. The next stop is Candy Chang. She want to hear of this. Yes, and she will. Wird mir eine Freude sein. Da reins, knacken und dann. Hallo, Spiel? Immer diese langen Ladeszenen. Diese unglaublich langen Ladeszenen, besser gesagt. Obwohl es eigentlich nicht gerade so, dass step out of it in the bam in a world of clouds heavy with intimate rain has blown into it covers the star cause of wind color. Can smell something on the air, something the wind whips over your brain. Cloud of begin to move in gray sculpture. The spirit and gross similar. Watch the cloud roll in the sky. The sounds of the city will have soft white noise replaces the rapping out. Look down from the clouds to see the lights of the dogs dancing around Saturday. Grace you have to do capture the view your PDA built-in camera dimensions into focus on the machine 10 screen as the camera is actually and that's when the first twing trickles your size. Lets you know that something come. A moment later, you feel an incredible tightness in your chest. It feels like your heart is being crushed under the foot of a giant. Your vision goes grey and your senses of balance dissipate. Gradually, your blood rushes to refill the organ, inflating it. Try to catch your breath. I guess it doesn't come. Your breath swells out, dense. Makes you gasp like a suffocated fish. Your chest contracts again, as you struggle to take a breath. You stumble forward. Every cell in your body seems to vibrate. The energy trumps inside of your pulsating building into a crescent. Then you are on the other side of it. You find yourself standing in the family courtyard. The wild city, you're back in it just like in your dreams. You can taste the signs in it. The mild plaster and the red dogs think of the slum. No, this isn't real. You squeeze your eyes shut and shake your head. Allowing the image to disappear, whiling yourself back to her and out of the decaying sun. When you open your eyes, nothing has changed. Start walking. You let your legs go, you feel a creeping sense of certainty. Back your mind and blah blah blah, the sense of claustrophobia and builds with every step. It's like you're warming your way forward down the dark tunnel. As you proceed upon the row, rumble fits the air, the loss of enormous skill motion. You feel hollow, empty, and with every step you take, you feel and bla bla bla. And Alter, was ist das jetzt für ein dummer Scheiß? Stop in your tracks. And your eyes open and your head don't maintain your legs to work, but then carrying forward depending like it in your dreams. As beckons to the thoughts and thing you from the dreams that you always been moving forwards, but you never quite reach a crowd of local signs. The path ahead, kneeling it so they looked and winds, bones covered head to toe and dirty rags. Ignore them, keep moving. You brush past the name and continue forward. To do this, the mounting sense of correctness builds in your stress. I've been should be ignored. Your feet carry past them and soon enough. Your legs carry you deeper and deeper into the waiting head after them. You haven't reached the center yet, you must be close and blah blah blah, hot and humid in the air. The sweat roll down your body and you draw to go hazy with the heat and dim signs of it takes root in the pit of your stomach. Shake it off. Shake your head strongly to clear why you do. Looking up, you can see what's not coming ahead, and the same door than you saw it in your net backpack. The marking of the door slid you a single sign forward and faded yellow paint. Es ist das Zeichen des gelben Königs. Prosperity. Suddenly impossible. The alien figure that you've been moving towards is standing right in front of you. The cemetery you visit finally clears and there is water once told you went. The world city is in this domain, it's a enormous gaping maw, and the buildings are forests of crooked teeth. Things reach for you with enormous speed and grace the spring. Terrier, blah blah blah, you open, when your jaw open, you can feel your speech. So, with fingers to your shoulders, snap your back to reality. And as you come crashing down to the floor of the high empty, you can feel a rush in front. What's wrong with you? Aren't you Chang lost too many runners beside the cleaner? Wait and your left and jumping in front. Das was... I was just in the vault, there was this. You were hallucinating and you almost got yourself killed. Now get up and get back to the floating wreck that you sleep in. You don't get to die in here unless Miss Shane says you to do. Raus hier. Na gut, ich beende hier mal die Folge. Dann kann ich noch ordentlich Punkte vergeben beim nächsten Mal. So, schon mit V und tschüssi. Tschüss.